question at the back.
Hello. Hi. My question that I'd like to pose is to Mr. Malema. Mr. Malema, I've come tonight really to listen to what you have to say. And you said something which I think was very valuable right in the beginning. You said that for many years you've been talking, but we haven't been listening. And I've had to do some serious interrogation in the past couple of months as to whether it's true that even if one views oneself as someone who is a new South African who believes in equality, whether one can really say that you do listen. And I have to be honest and say that I cannot truthfully know what the black experience is like. And I would like to request from you to assist me and to show me what it would be like to truly listen. And how would you know you've been heard? That's my first question. My second question would be, if listening, how would listening then be a two-way street? Because I think that there are two parties that could contribute. And I would like to see a great South Africa for all its citizens. Thank you.
Can we take a second question?
Good evening, Mr. Malema. My name is Clive Scholes, and I would like to leave a few ideas with you. I quite agree with you, the whole concept that the minerals in this country belongs to the people. Now, that's my first point. At the moment, we've got a reality on the ground. People that's prepared to put their lives on line, we're either shot by security guards or rock falls, and they called Samazama people. They go in the mines with all the odds against them. The mines had deserted to a large extent those days. Why can't you negotiate a settlement between business people to allow those people, because they are trained in mining, and instead of giving a job, let them be miners and let they form an association or whatever to go into those mines. They will give them the opportunity to be entrepreneurs. That's the first point. The second point you're mentioning is Stellenbosch and land ownership and that sort of thing. Now, I'm living in that area, and the land, about 90% between Stellenbosch and Somerset West, I don't know how many hectares, belongs to the government, to the Stellenbosch municipality. It's leased on a 99 years to the farmers, who's been farming there now for generations. Now, that's another thing. It's land that has already been developed. And those wine farmers there are ready to assist and to help and to come to an arrangement where they can train their own people and to become in charge, as you say. The other thing is this about land ownership. I don't know what the percentage is, but a large tracts of land belong to the tribal authorities in this country. Now, that's another issue. It comes a long way. And in the past, the old government was accused of divide and rule, to say, you're a Zulu, you're a Xhosa, you stay there, etc., etc. But now, lately, the government that you and I had a lot of criticism about is reinstituting that whole concept. And what I can hear and feel from people on the ground is there's a lot of dysfunctioning, and the people are almost, it's like landlords that exert their power over the people. Why can't we also look at that land where the people are there to develop them? And in Tsolo, for instance, and in Kazimwabu, there is an irrigation system that is built many years ago, which is lying fallow, which can be implemented. And I think that is something that we can do, because I'm a practical person, and you are a practical person. And that's the way to resolve what we sit and what we have at the moment. So we take what we've got, we change it. We legalize those miners. We don't call them criminals. I think that's a good idea. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much.
Mr. Malema, would you want to answer that?
Thank you very much. Well, I thought the listening and the hearing may be better responded to by Mbuyiseni there, who has been a lecturer for some time, so you will understand what process it takes to listen and hear. But I'm saying here that we are now beginning to talk to each other. And we are beginning to listen to one another. It's still a difficult thing because the way we started in 1994, we started wrongly with some artificial reconciliation, where the victims were told to just forgive and let go. And in that way, people had a lot of anger bottled inside them. And now, since we are beginning to open up and talk, and we've got the ear of high institutions, I think that the conversation will then help us to find one another. Sometimes we just misunderstand each other even on matters that we should be agreeing because of attitude. Who's saying it? And can this people be trusted? And I understand where we come from. I mean, we're led by serious crooks, so you suspect anything that is state-related because you are like, they are going to take everything for themselves. So even when we say, let the state own the land and distribute it amongst us, you're like, they are going to distribute it amongst their criminals, and there's going to be beneficiaries who are only politically connected. So we come from that background and we are scared of the unknown. But I think that listening and hearing each other and talking to each other will help us find a proper solution. The Zama Zama thing, you are correct. It's like those things of fishing here in Cape Town. People are just called illegal fishing people. They must be arrested and where is that fish? It's called abalone. People can fish that thing. They are going to be sentenced for a very long time if you are found in a position of that fish. A natural thing that belongs to the people is given exclusive rights to some multinational company which sells that thing to China, and our people can't benefit. There must be a way of, if we are worried that if it's not regulated, people are going to drown and all those type of things, then let's engage in a process of training them. Like the Zama Zama people. The Zama Zama people are ex-mine workers who are well experienced, who know everything about mining. Actually, they've been surviving for a very long time. So the small-scale mining must be opened and must be protected by the state. And then we must be obsessed with security and safety of those people. So when we discover them, we then say, okay, this is how we are going to teach you so that we don't have a lot of casualties, because they die, those people. They die. And they die not because they are reckless. They do not have the necessary tools. They don't have the necessary equipment to do those things of mining proper so that they don't risk their lives. Most ghost towns, which used to be mining towns, are actually surviving today because of the so-called illegal mining. So we can make a very nice intervention there. We can make a nice intervention here in Cape Town in fishing, because people have interest there, but they are being harassed by police because they do not have fishing permits and all those type of things. So we need to train our people. 80% of land is privately white-owned land. Land Surveyor General confirms that. So there is no majority of land in the tribal authority. It's not true. It's not true. So we must agree that there must be a, if it's 80% as confirmed by such an office, then we have a problem. And we have to deal with that problem. Yes, and part of the conditions of leasing a land to a farmer will be that you are this land is leased to you for 100 years on condition you are going to train people here, you are going to do the following and invest in the community as well. Because people have been farming, but there is no an intention to transfer skill. And that's why you confidently ask the question, unashamedly, you want the land, what are you going to do with it? Because you know that you have not transferred skills to our people. So we need to begin to transfer land to the workers. We need to transfer shares as well to the workers. We need to give the workers shares, because you were so ready to give shares to so-called BEE. And that BEE, you gave them shares because they are politically connected. You are participating in corruption yourself, because you are happy to say, I want a corrupt politician to be part in my business. If this person does not have a political connection, doesn't get a BEE deal. But the real people who are doing work there are your workers. The people who are making your company to be what it is. It's your workers. You don't want to give them that 15%, but you are prepared to give it to a stranger called Cyril Ramaphosa. What is his connection? He is from the ANC. He will protect you. When they come for you, that's how he got a deal in Marikana. He said to the London mine, I'm a former Secretary General of the ANC, I'm this, I'm that, I'm well known, I can protect you. The strike came in London mine. He never protected them. No BEE partner will protect you against the angry masses. It is the masses themselves who will protect you and your business, because those people are making that company to be what it is. I'm saying to all of you here, those workers who are working for you, they are your company. If you give them shares and stop calling them workers and you call them partners, and they know that if there's slower production, it affects their 14th check. After their bonus check, there is another check coming called dividends. They will work 2 times, because they know the 14th check is going to come and it will make our lives much better. Instead of giving to politically connected individuals, give to your workers. Stop promoting corruption.